What's going on, everybody? This is Fish with Alleyway Customs here today to talk to you guys about a new product that we're stoked to be able to offer y'all. You know, in building custom bikes, the way we do them, it seems like every part is handmade specific for each bike. And I've had literally hundreds of people say, wow, you should reproduce different parts of the bike. And a lot of it has been the focus on how we do foot controls. So at this most recent bike week, I was talking with none other than Dave Pirowitz about how we did the foot controls on this bike, and he said he was building a shovel and he would like a set. And I told him this was the prototype set and get some things going, we'll work them out. So that's what we did. You know, sometimes it's always nice to have somebody like that give you a push. And you know, so here we are. This is the set that's on Tom's bike that will be one of the options that we do. And we call this it's actually, the foot position is a further forward mid, even though it's mounted off the front of the frame. But I like it because, for example, Tom's a tall guy, I'm a tall guy, and a lot of the mid control setups are mounted off of this back bracket here, which puts your peg position somewhere around here. And for me, it really feels like it puts my feet behind me instead of under me. And this is a much more comfortable position. So I figured we'd try it out like this. Everybody loves them, so this is gonna be one of the options. So once this pedal is welded onto here, this is the piece that goes on. This is a 1/2 inch shaft that comes through and creates the area where that all pivots. So it'd be really easy when we get these Anderson pegs to use the zinc plated block that just gets a bolt that goes in through the backside. But part of what I feel like is making our product unique is our personal touches to it. So I feel like it's stronger. We channel this, take this 1/2 inch round stock, it's threaded for a 5/16 bolt, and then it goes, slides in exactly the 3/8, and then you tighten it, and that's what allows you to pivot your foot peg around. And then instead of it being a little block that's this long or that long, you have this full support. So when you fold these up, they're super nice and strong. As you can see, when you're moving that, that's moving the whole plate. The peg's not flexing. So that's part of what's underneath the peg itself there. Takes a little bit more time, but you know, there's some other cookie cutter products out there you could buy if you didn't want it like this, you know.
Yeah, in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so this is the pivot bushing for our actuator pedals, and we've got some bronze bushings here from Oilite. So these are oil infused bushings, so you don't really have to oil them. We got them line honed, so they got a nice precision fit in there. And what we'll do is we're gonna weld on the arm to the correct position, and then inevitably there's a little bit of warpage since this is such a precision fit. So I'll have to chuck this back up on the lathe and then ream it back to this 1/2 inch hole. Then they'll get press fit in. So, you know, that should have minimal slop in your pedal moving around, and then you don't have to oil the bushings, they're maintenance free. So that's how that works. And yeah.
Boom.
The second prototype is going to be for a standard mount right off of the regular frame bosses, which will put you at kind of a forward control. But one of the big differences in this foot control design is the incorporation of torsion springs. The torsion springs, once you engage the brake, it's going to pull it back every time, and that's going to pull any kind of engagement of your brake with that master cylinder, which I feel is very important. That way you know your brake's never going to drag or anything like that. And that works the same way with the foot clutch setup. We'll get into that here in a second, but this is the brake side, and we're going to offer it in a couple different master cylinder options. The standard old style Kelsey Hayes or Wagner style setup, or if you wanted to upgrade to a more modern chrome or black, a little retro master cylinder. These are a little bit smaller. So that's the options for the brake side. Let's move over to the clutch side and we'll check that out. Okay, so moving on over to the clutch side, it's the same type stuff. But again, when you engage this clutch, the torsion springs pulling your clutch arm back. So, you know, like back in the day, you'd see people that run just loose chains and stuff like this, which works good when you're engaging, but the whole rest of the time, you have this clutch arm just bouncing forward on all of your plates and your pressure plate, just in my opinion causing wear. So that's why I like to design them with the torsion springs in there, and then they return, you know, and it seems to work really good. We're also gonna offer these in a foot shift option, which with a little bit taller arm on here. And obviously you can run it like this and work with your FX style backwards shift pattern. These foot pegs we got on here right now, we're gonna, these are made specifically for Tom's bike, but we're gonna have options where you can get this foot peg. Ours will come standard with the Anderson style foot pegs. Then we're gonna have a couple different foot pegs that we're gonna reproduce, like the ones that are on our Panhead Francine and stuff like that. But a quick rundown of this stuff, it's all stainless, 3/8 inch mounting plate, 1/4 inch pedal arms, everything on here is stainless. You can get it in brush or polish for an upgrade. We might offer them in steel where you could have them chromed or powder coated, but you know, that'd be something you just contact us on. And but yeah, looking forward to doing a bunch for some people. But anyway, that's some of the options. But I hope you guys dig them. Hit us up if you need a set. Thanks for checking it out.